Broadcasting live from the Buckhead Business Radio X studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for another episode of the Atlanta Dealmakers Radio Show.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. You're joining us for the Ritz Group Radio Show, part of the Atlanta Dealmakers series with the Buckhead Business Radio X. My name is Trace Crow. I'll be hosting this wonderful episode. We are going to be diving deep into the mysteries of equity-based crowdfunding today. We've got a wonderful panel of guests with us. We've got Megan Johnson and Marcus Kennedy from Spark Market. We've got Brett Grayson, who's got a wonderful new film that he's crowdfunding through Spark Market. We've got Rodney Sampson from Opportunity Hub. We've got Katharine Mobley from WeCareCard, and we've got Andrew McConnell from Vacation Futures. So if you haven't been here before, how we do this normally is we just start with some interviews, and then we dive right into a roundtable. Today we're going to be discussing equity-based crowdfunding, and hopefully we'll shed a little light on what tends to be a somewhat confusing topic because of the constantly shifting and evolving landscape. So we're going to be going on to Katharine Mobley now, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for WeCareCard. After spending the past 15 plus years in the advertising and PR world, Katharine decided it was time for a change and became the Chief Marketing Officer of WeCareCard, which is a revolutionary crowdfunding technology powered with a prepaid debit card. Now, she's using her previous experiences of working with some of the world's largest brands, such as Coca-Cola, Dasani, Bank of America, to share the WeCareCard story. Now, this is an exciting time for startups and a much faster pace than 1999. Of course, we were on dial-up back then. For more about her background, you can check out her LinkedIn profile, which is linkedin.com/in/Katharine Mobley. Thank you so much for joining us, Katharine.
Thank you.
All right, so what's the story behind WeCareCard?
Well, to piggyback on Rodney's testimony of transparency and education, we are a crowdfunding platform that is based upon social good and donation based. So we are not equity crowdfunding, but we are here to support the equity crowdfunding market because we believe that with crowdfunding having raised $5.1 billion in 2013, and in 2012, 30% of that market was social good causes, period. It's shifting a little bit. So we have to be support of new platforms and new venues. So we're here to say that while it's a totally different market, we completely support what everyone here is doing, and that's why we wanted to be here today. WeCareCard was created from our founder, Jessica Weiss, who was a NICU nurse for 19 years, who saw multiple people come in and out of the hospital trying to care for their young children and babies, and saw not only the personal tragedy, but the loss of income and the medical bills. And in 2009, her husband suffered a personal tragedy of an aneurysm, and she was placed in the shoes of her patients. And because of that, she received multiple donations from gift cards, restaurant cards, shopping cards, etc. And what she really needed was cash, period, point blank. She had a baby. She had 4 children. She needed to be able to put gas in the car, pay for a hotel if she needed to. And so she created this technology, which is a crowdfunding platform that you can go on and raise money for any type of social good cause or personal hardship, as well as raise money for any type of nonprofit you're trying to support. And then it will be tied to a prepaid debit card. So ultimately, you won't receive multiple transactions through the bank. You'll just have a reloadable GPR card that will be able to be used for any type of transactions you need.
Oh, that's a really unique idea.
Yes.
So what are some current campaigns? You guys have several campaigns up there, right?
We do. We are currently in beta phase. I do want to make that disclaimer. I do have a new website that will be unveiled most likely in late July, early August, along with the card. The card is currently under development and will be launched. Some of our campaigns we have right now is a young girl, 9 years old, discovered that she had a tumor behind her eye, and she lives here in Cumming, Georgia, but her family has to seek treatment in Jacksonville. So her entire family, 2 siblings and a mother and father, have been relocated to Jacksonville to seek treatment for a extensive period of time. So obviously they're going to need a lot of money, not only for hospital bills, but travel expenses, food, etc. We also have a young gentleman, Ryan Cox in Indianapolis, who's raising money to wipe out deficit lunchroom accounts for students within the area, because he knows for a fact that a lot of these children, that may be the only meal they get every day. So he has a campaign, hashtag Feed the Kids, which is all based upon the fact that he wants to raise money to relinquish these accounts that are deficit, and these kids need to have a healthy meal. We have a 42-year-old woman that's losing a battle to colon cancer who wants to raise money directly to the Colon Cancer Alliance. So it's various different causes.
Sure. Now, what is it what really differentiates WeCareCard from other crowdfunding platforms?
Great question. At the end of the day, we have a crowdfunding technology platform. So we have our website where you can go and create a campaign. But what's truly going to differentiate us is the fact that we are tied to a prepaid debit card. Ultimately, there is our technology is patent pending, not only just nationally but internationally, and basically that will allow people to have a seamless transaction from start to finish, which currently is not in the marketplace.
Wonderful. So, what are your goals? Next 5 years? How is this going to grow?
Obviously, we have our own campaigns and our own platform that we're working on, but we will be able to take this technology and white label it. So if you're an organization that needs a crowdfunding platform, not only for the actual campaigns themselves, but ultimately to white label the card. So if you're a large institution and you don't want to go out, and trust me, you don't want to go out and create this technology and you don't want to go through the banking process of creating a debit card, we are going to be able to white label that technology and provide that opportunity for people to take it. And it can be powered by WeCareCard or it can be completely theirs and they own it. We're just on the back end. So we basically built it out so that other people can use it as well.
And let's finish up here. What are some misconceptions about crowdfunding in general and about WeCareCard?
Yes. I believe from donation-based crowdfunding, social good, all the way to equity crowdfunding, I think we can all agree in this room that people think that they can just go out and create a campaign, build it, and they will come. And that does not happen. You really have to go out there and educate people. There is a huge lack of education within the crowdfunding arena, not only from our standpoint, but from people when you even look them in the eye and say, I got a crowdfunding campaign. If you say Kickstarter, they get it, or Indiegogo, they might. But even people in the business world are like, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. My parents look at me like a deer in headlights. They wouldn't have a clue. So I think there's a huge area of education that we have to create and make sure that people understand that you have to get the masses rallied around it. You have to get people educated and you have to get people to support your cause or your equity-based crowdfunding or your movie or whatever it may be.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Katharine. We'll be talking to you a little bit later during the roundtable.